Hello, Watem here, and welcome back to another part of Higurashi When They Cry. Let's continue.
でも、親権者が1年間も聡子ちゃんを放置してたんでしょ？それって、親権者って言えるの？どうなんですか？
そうですね。民法の4編4章に親権の喪失についての定めというのがあります。
The man opened a thick book on the counter and showed us that page. I didn't completely understand what it says on there, but it seems that a parent can lose custody when they're being irresponsible.
つまり、親の資格というのは取り消せるものなんだね。
待て待て、裁判所がどうとか書いてあるぞ。何？
家庭裁判所はこの親族または検察官の請求によってその親権の喪失を宣告することができる。
So that part's not going to happen. Public prosecutor? Oishi, perhaps? Does that count?
何ですかこれ。あんなやつの親権を奪うのにのんびりと家庭裁判所の判断を待たなきゃならないんですか？そんな悠長な。
いえいえ、本当にそのようなことがあった場合には、児童の安全のため緊急の一時保護をすることもあります。もちろんその場合も家裁の許可が必要ですが。
その834条の親権喪失に北条哲平は該当しないんですか？親権者である北条哲平は1年間育児放棄をしていた事実、それを相談所ではどうお考えですか？
それはプライバシーがありますのでお答えできませんが、もちろんその点についても相談所の方で説明を求めています。
で、その説明に納得したんで様子見ってことになったわけですか？
ですから先ほども申しましたように現在対応中です。児童の身柄ももちろん第一に考えますし、児童が健全な家族環境の中で暮らしていけるよう慎重に対応するつもりです。
We weren't on the same page at all. They just weren't understanding the urgency. I've never met this Teppei guy. I only know about the situation based on what my friends told me about last year, and what Chie-sensei told us. But I still understood very well. I understood that something really bad was going to happen if we didn't take any action right now.
だいたい去年だっておじおば揃っていじめてたんですよ。そんなおじのところに預けてても大丈夫なんですか？その時のことが記録に残ってるはずですよね。
過去の件についてはプライバシーでお答えできませんが、もちろん総合的に判断した上で対応しております。
昨日も登校してこないし、今日も登校してきませんでした。確かに、学校には風邪だと連絡があったそうですが、おじに連れて行かれてから一度も学校に来てないなんておかしくありませんか？
そうですね。ただ風邪で2日休むこともないとは言えません。もう少し様子を見てもいいんではないかと思います。
とにかく聡子がおじのところにいたいわけがないんですよ。おじに無理やり監禁されているんです。
もちろん当方の職員が直接児童に聞き取りも行い、その上で判断しております。
I was beyond saying that. After all.
結局あれですか？聡子の過去の嘘通報が今田を引いてるってわけですか？
過去の件はプライバシーでお答えできません。児童のために総合的に判断しています。
聡子のやつ、兄の聡に変に義理立てして虐待されててもされてないって言うと思うんですよ。だから聡子が虐待はないって言っても鵜呑みにしないでください。
打ちのめされた人間には助けを求める気力もないってこと、わかりますよね？
もうしのごの言わずに聡子を早く助け出してください。聡子に何かあったら絶対許さないですから。私が真摯の対応しているうちに何とかしないと大変なことになるよ。よしなよしよん、心象を悪くするだけだよ。
相談所の人が言った時、おじがどういう態度をしたのか分かりませんが、とにかくあいつは乱暴なやつなんです。騙されないでください。今日はそれを伝えたくて来たんです。
だからどうか一刻も早く聡子ちゃんを助け出す判断を下すよう保護司の人に伝えてください。よろしくお願いいたします。
Some of us were getting emotional, but Mion calmed them down, and Rena summed it up nicely. I stopped speaking to see what she was going to say next.
保護士さんではなく福祉士さんですね。お話は分かりました。さとこさんのお友達345 5人からその旨の訴えがあったことを児童福祉士に伝えます。
You had to count?
引き続き慎重に対応してまいりますので、今後も何かございましたらお知らせいただければと思います。
How did you have trouble with that?
どうか今後とも児童福祉にご協力いただければ幸いです。
本日は貴重なお話をお聞かせくださり、誠にありがとうございました。
Now that's a completely different voice. We were still in Nokonomiya. We were in the city park, devoid of playing children, staring vacantly up at the madder red sky in silence.
なんだかうまくあしらわれた感じがしてならないです。
I feel like they could have gone more into the Satoshi side of things.
かといって邪険にされたわけじゃないし、あの人は多分相談窓口の人で、さとこちゃんの件を直接担当してる人じゃないんだよ。だからああいう言い方になっちゃうんだよ。
ミオンはさっきのやりとりはどう見た？
なんだか大木を相手に相撲を取ったような感じだね。押しても来ない、引いても来ない。
But we didn't do any pushing
あ
or
れ
pulling
じゃ
either.
壁に向かって独り言を言ったのと変わらないじゃないですか。
そんなことないよ。ちゃんと今日の話を伝えてくれるって言ってた。あの人は直接さとこちゃんのことを知らないから、私たちから見たら冷たい言い方になっちゃうんだよ。
レナ的には今日の手応えはあったと思うか？
無駄だったとは思わないよ。でも本当の担当者の人には私たちの熱意は伝わらないだろうね。北条聡子の友人5人が保護を求めて本日夕方陳情ありって程度には伝えてくれると思う。
保護士じゃなくて福祉士でしたっけ？その人に直接訴えることはできないんですか？さあね、トラブルの多い職業らしいからね。直接の接触って難しいんじゃないの？真摯の対応をしてるうちに何とかしないと大変なことになるなんて脅迫しに来る人がいるくらいなんだからさ。
According to Mion, there are lots of problematic clients who show up at the child consultation center. It's not a rare thing for them to get an aggressive visitor like Shion.
そういう相手に熱意を伝えるのって難しいね。熱意を感情的と履き違えれば履き違えるほど向こうは冷めた対応をするんだろうから。
ミオは天下の園崎家次期当主として役所の人とはだいぶ話してて話術にも長けてるんだろ。俺なんかよりももっとうまく話せないのかよ。
お姉の話術じゃないです。お姉が園崎家のミオンだから相手が平服してくれるだけです。今日の対応見ましたよね。お姉が園崎だと名乗ったらあんな狭い部屋じゃなくてきっと応接室で所長が対応してくれてますよね。
Mion gave a vague smile and didn't comment. Mion's greatest weapon is her family name. Without that weapon, she's just as ordinary as the rest of us. I shouldn't be thinking about this, but if the Sonozaki family forgave Sadako's family, it would be really easy for them to save her.
やはり園崎家は今でも北条家が嫌いなのですか？
嫌いだって公言してる人はいないよ。でも根深いみたいだね。というかばあさんが北条嫌いの筆頭ですし。
Does she though?
頭の中いつまでダム戦争やってるってんですか？死守同盟が解散して何年経ってるんです？
しーちゃんやめなよ。
I'm not sure she wanted to, like, impact Satoko and Satoshi, at the very least.
さとこちゃんはさとこちゃんだよ。
And she dislikes the, uncle and aunt from memory.
私たちの大切な仲間。名字が何かなんて関係ないよ。
Shion went quiet, and there was silence for a while. Rena was right. Just like how Satoko's last name didn't matter, it didn't matter what Neon's last name is either. The important thing is that our friend is being abused right now. We'd have to do everything we can to save her from that situation. We all looked up at the sky as we listened to the sound of cars passing by. We all felt hopeless. We had no idea what to do. Was what we did today going to help Sadako at all? It would have been better if they just kicked us out. That way we could have been angry with them. But after being treated politely like that, we had no choice but to back off and see what they were going to do. We were forced to just wait and see what happens. Everyone was trying to figure out what our next option was. I couldn't expect Chia-sensei to tell us that everything was taken care of at the Board of Education. That would be too good to be true.
次はどうしような。
I muttered to myself, hoping that someone would respond with a good idea. But the silence reminded me that everyone was just as stuck as me.
圭一。
リカちゃんか。すまん。あれだけでかい口を叩いて打つ手なしだ。
信じない。
As I looked at her, I realized that the expression on her face was stronger than ever.
昨日圭一がシオンに言った。今は思いつかないけどきっと最前提を思いつくから俺を信じろって言った。だから私は信じた。だから圭一の口から打つ手がないなんて悲しい言葉が漏れるなんて信じない。
I could see tears in her eyes. Rika-chan was sure that I could do something about the situation.
圭一が言った。運命なんて金魚すくいの網より薄く破ってやるって言った。私はそれを信じる。今でも信じてる。だってあなたは運命なんかやすやす打ち破ってくれる人なんだもの。だから助けて。この運命から聡子助けて。
A tear rolled down from the corner of her eye. My heart was feeling the same way. Damn it, damn it, damn it! An innocent girl was becoming a prisoner of a tragic fate. She desperately needed help. I told them that they could trust me. In other words, that they could count on me. That they could bet on me. Betting is not an easy thing. If I lost, they'd lose their coins too. What does it mean to trust someone? It's about making a bet on that person. It's about betting a coin. It's about betting hope. Trusting someone is tantamount to placing your hopes in them. I told Shion yesterday. I told her to trust me. I didn't say it just because. I knew that those words meant something very serious. But now, after betraying Rika-chan and seeing her tears, I finally realized just how serious it is. I look at Shion. She was in a rage again. Mion tried to calm her down, but she didn't have any ideas either. How about Reno? She's always very reliable in a situation like this. I expected to see her strength, but... However, Reno also looked depressed. We didn't even know if what we did was a meaningful thing. Reno looked down with a devastated expression on her face, since she couldn't come up with another option either. Damn it. I have to do something for them. Reno's blue fire will melt iron. Mion can be strong when the wind is in our favour. Shion is the same way. They will move forward strongly when the wind is backing them, but they grow weak when the wind is blowing against them. Despite the whole situation, Rika-chan still believes in us. She believes that we can do something if we all come together. That's right, we all agreed. We said to each other that we could make a miracle happen if we all worked together. What am I? If Ren is the blue fire, I'm the red fire. I burn brightly and give strength to everyone. That's right, I'm Keiichi Maibara. I'm the magician of words. I have to motivate everyone. The blue fire won't light up unless the red fire does too. When the fire is lit, there will be wind. Mion and Shion will become stronger too.
ありがとうな。リカちゃんが火打ち石を叩いてくれた。そして俺という火が燃え上がってきたぜ。
ケイチ。
We can't give up now. We're members of the strongest club ever. Nothing can stop us when we get together.
この俺があの程度でへこむなんて情けないぜ。
He's a poet and he didn't even know it.
リカちゃんの言葉で目が覚めた。自分を信じろって言葉がどれだけ重いかってことを教えてもらったぜ。
Rika-chan knew our personalities well, and she figured out just who she should motivate first. Whoa, I'm really starting to burn up.
おいミオ、いつまでしょぼくれてやがる。ここは怒り狂うところだぜ。おい。
Everyone looked at me with wide eyes as they turned at my powerful voice. They were both surprised by my sudden shout, and waiting in anticipation at the vigor of my call. More and more clearly, I could see it. This was Keiichi Maibara's role in this club.
さっきの対応は客観的に見てまずは空振りだな。多分レナの言うようにクラスメートが5人来て陳情って程度のメモ書きで終わっちまうんだろう。だからああいう対応をしちまったら俺たちの怒りに火がついちまうぜ。
確かに木で鼻をくくったような感じだったけど。
Put the damn conflict on them.
俺たちは貞子の緊急の危機を訴えてんだぞ。あの対応はねえだろ。ここは戦うとこだぞ。こんな公園で仲良くしょぼくれてる場合じゃね
え。でもケイチ君、次に私たちは何をしたらいいんだろう。
Once again, if only they had smartphones.
へへへ。お前らまさかもうこの程度で晩作が尽きたとか思ってんじゃねえだろうな。お前らこれが部活なら全員ピリだぜ。へへへ。
Yeah, this is fun. I was feeling depressed too, but now I've got a burning passion in my heart. I felt like I was cheering myself up. Why was I being so sad? I wanted to save Sadako. I had no time to rest. This was like the final seconds of the last round in a boxing match where we were at a disadvantage. If I stand here stupefied, I will lose by indecision. So the only option is to press the attack. Was I supposed to give up just because I couldn't knock out the opponent with one punch? No. If I couldn't take him out in one, I'd have to throw 2 or 3 punches. I'd have to try until I could finally knock him out.
連打あるのみってまた明日も陳情に行こうってわけですか？
近いけどちょいと甘えな。
When's the town council meeting supposed to happen as well, by the way? Can they ask for help there?
何を考えてるんだか知らないけどなんだかおじさんも面白そうな気がしてきたよ。これで泣き寝入りなんて我がぶらしくもない。この程度の逆風跳ね返してみせなきゃね。
Yes, Mion is getting her willpower back too.
そうだね。ケイチ君の言う通りだよ。いじけてた自分が恥ずかしい。戦おう。
でもケイちゃん、具体的にはどうしようってわけさ。
みんなもちょいと思い出してみな。あの相談員は俺たちに宣戦布告をしてくれやがったわけだが、多分意識しなかったんだろうけどな。墓穴を掘ってくれたもんだぜ。しかもそいつはどうやら俺の最も得意とする戦術になりそうだぜ。
Receptionist notes and bank book frustration. Huh? Oh, no, there's the achievement. Fire burning deep within. So receptionist note. No. Date. Oh, number, date, year, I guess. Subject. About Sadako Hojo-san. Visitor. Keiichi Maibara and 4 other friends. They are requesting protection for Sadako Hojo-san to save her from being abused by her uncle. Already being dealt with? Question mark? I'm cleaning out the refrigerator, so please remove your personal belongings by this evening. I'm guessing this is, Tepe? Yeah. Tepe suspected that Sadako was hiding more money somewhere. But in reality, she had none at all. Tepe had asked her how she survived until now, but she told him that she didn't have to use any money because she was living with her friend. Tepe had made some money off of illegal gambling. Yep, that was wrong button. Right click instead of left click. While he had some of that money saved up, he had no intention to use it on living expenses. However, there was no way Sadako didn't have any money. Tepe was convinced of that. Tepe's wife, Sadako's aunt, must have taken away the family bank book when Sadako's parents died in the accident. But her aunt also died last year, and Satoshi is gone too. That means Sadako should have hidden the bank book somewhere. However, no matter how much he threatened her, she told him that she didn't know anything about it. He continued to question Sadako, still believing that she was hiding it somewhere. He couldn't beat her because her teacher in the child consultation center would suspect him. So he wouldn't beat her. Instead, he spoke to her in a loud and violent voice and broke furniture in front of her. Threatening people like that is Tepe's forte. However, Sadako continued to claim that she had no clue about the bank book. She didn't seem to be lying. After destroying the whole living room, leaving Sadako frightened like a scared little animal, Tepe finally believed that Sadako had no idea where the bank book was. In that case, where could it be? Tepe had 2 ideas. One idea was that his wife hid it somewhere in secret. The other idea was that Satoshi took it after his wife's death and hid it somewhere else. Either way, he was certain that it was hidden somewhere in this house. He told Sadako to clean up the mess he made in the living room and started searching around the house. Tepe was starting to get bored with Sadako. He'd heard that Sadako's parents had a lot of money saved up, but his wife had taken control of that money herself. Since his wife had been quite thrifty, he was sure that she left the bank book somewhere without using it. Once he got his hands on that money, he could move somewhere else entirely. Tepe was still acquainted with a few people from the gambling spot in Gogura. People who used to help out are still hanging around that area. They still owe him. They should at least let him crash there. It was great that Sadako takes care of all the chores around the house, but Tepe felt uncomfortable about being watched by both the school and the consultation center. Tepe, all too aware that he's a man of violence, couldn't stand living with Sadako without being violent towards her. The more he suffered, the stronger his urge to beat up Sadako grew. Since Tepe only knew joy through forcing others who resisted to submit, testing to see how violent he could be before the helpless Sadako resisted him was something he was excited to try eventually. Still upset over visitation by the school teacher, Tepe promised himself that he would destroy Sadako's life before leaving the village. My classmates looked at me with surprise. I stood at the front of the room and banged on the blackboard. I needed to get their attention.
もちろん飯を食いながらでいい。俺が話したいのはクラスメートの北条聡子の件だ。
Everyone went quiet as soon as I brought up her name. They all knew how bad of a situation Sadako was in. Remembering what happened to her last year, they understood how critical it was that she get help as soon as possible. Everyone was thinking they wanted to save Sadako if they could. But they hadn't done anything because they didn't know what they alone could do.
今さら説明の必要もないと思う。知っての通り、聡子はもうこれで3日続けて学校に来てない。おじの野郎に連れ去られて3日目。今日も風邪だと電話してきやがったらしいが、それはありえない。診療所にはこの3日間、聡子が診察に訪れた記録は一切ないからだ。諸君、冷静に考えろ。3日も休むような重い風邪でどうして病院に連れて行かないなんてことがあるのか。
3日も風邪なんてなかなかないよね。
インフルエンザだとそれくらいは。でもそんな風邪なら市販の薬では治らない。
The whole class agreed that it was a bit strange. Everyone had been thinking the same thing inside their hearts. However, no one had really come forward and talked about it. This was a good start.
みんな考えてもみろ。狂犬が売りの聡子だぞ。
Yes, totally.
賞味期限切れの饅頭を食ってもケロッとしてるやつだ。それが前日まであれだけ元気で突然風邪で3日も寝込むだと。そんなことがありえてたまるか。これはもう疑いようがない。聡子が学校へ行けないようにしてるやつがいるからだ。もちろんこの異常な状況を学校は沖宮の生活相談所に連絡済みだ。だが返事は相変わらず現在対応中の一点張り。踏み込んだ質問は全てプライバシー保護でお話しできないの繰り返しだ。諸君はどう思う。この対応は
レナはおかしいと思う。
諸君はどう思う。この対応は果たして聡子の置かれている状況を考えて妥当だと思うだろうか。
去年聡子ちゃんのおじさんとおばさんがどんな仕打ちをしていたか私たちが一番よく知っている。それにそもそも聡子ちゃんはリカちゃんと2人で仲良く暮らしていた。それを無理やり連れ戻して友達の誰にも会わせず先生にすら会わせないなんておかしいと思う。
The sight of Rena letting her emotions speak for her, and she was normally so quiet, demonstrated most of all just how dire the situation was. Rena brought an intensity to this that I couldn't, since I often yelled and shouted about things.
このような異常な状況を俺たちは放置するのか。聡子は仲間だ。クラスメートだ。俺たちはこの四角い一辺が8メートルもない狭い部屋で春夏秋冬の全てを過ごし、家族といっても差し支えない時間を共に過ごしている。共に学んだ、共に遊んだ、共に飯を食い、時には喧嘩をしたりした。過ごす時間は劣ってもその濃密な関係は家族にも勝る。そんな第二の家族の危機を俺たちは見過ごせるのか。見過ごせる、見殺せるってやつは挙手いないな。いるわけないんだ。聡子を見殺しにするな。助けるんだ俺たちが。
Mata 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 mata. The class is filled with commotion, which is exactly what I was looking for. The louder I talked, the louder my classmates got. They were getting all fired up. The more I let my true colors show, the greater everyone's emotions became as well.
そして我が部はすでに動き始めている。聡子を救うためにはどうすればいいかを調べ、すでに行動を開始しているのだ。富田君、それがわかるか。
いえ、わかりません。
よし、ならばその作戦を教えてやる。いや何、法律に逆らおうってんじゃない。むしろ法律に従ってちゃんとルールにのっとって戦おうってんだ。世の中実は正攻法ほど効くものはない。裏技ってのは奇襲的で効果がありそうに感じるが、そんなのはびっくり箱なんかと同じ安っぽいもんだ。本当の正攻法ってのはな、何でもぶち抜くぞ。
うん、空手なんかでも最も威力があるのは正拳突きだって聞いたことがある。愚直でシンプルな正攻法が最も威力があるのは 力学をちょいと考えれば当然のことなんだよね。だって私たちは聡子を助けるために正しいことをしています。裏からこそこそ行く必要なんてない。正面から堂々と乗り込んで倒す。
倒すって誰かと喧嘩をするんですか？
So yeah, on that note, I think we're just here for today. I hope you all enjoyed. Let me know any feedback you have in the comments. And until next time, where we see what the whole plan is. See ya.